right, fresh out of the calculus exam, and it's Friday, May 6th. It's an A day.
Day, and it's also National Space.
Happy birthday to Angela Ennis.
And now for some school announcements.
Seniors, please be reminded that prom contracts as well as payment will be due next Thursday, May 12th. There will be no extensions.
In politics, Donald Trump's march to the White House encountered fierce resistance from his own party yesterday as senior lawmakers hesitated to endorse him. Party luminaries said they'd skip his nominating convention, and others pondered the potential of a third-party bid.
CNN reached out to 16 different Republican elected officials, leaders, and major fundraisers associated with former presidents like Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, George W. Bush, and former Vice President Dick Cheney. Speaking on background, none of them said they were planning to go to this summer's Republican convention. They didn't say they would vote for Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton, but they said they were not yet supporting Donald Trump.
India's killer heat wave is leaving the country reeling from the worst drought in decades and a rural population struggling to survive. Relief is due with the arrival of the monsoon in mid-June, and because of the impending La Nina weather pattern, the forecast is for above-average rainfall. However, WaterAid India's head of policy, Nitya Jacobs, said the groundwater levels are so depleted that even if a good monsoon comes in June, and meteorologists predict there will be one that ends the drought, it won't be enough.
The Central Water Commission data shows that India's major reservoirs are 79% empty, and 75% of India's basins are subcontinent, but this year has seen an unprecedented spike in temperatures. The government estimates that up to 330 million people could currently be affected by the dry climate conditions.
And now for This Day in History with Jack.
Good morning, Kennedy Catholic. This is Today in History for May the 6th. First of all, let us give us two sincere birthday congratulations to two of the most famous gentlemen. The first one was for Maximilien Robespierre, who was born in 1758. He was the head of Jacobins, and he was beheaded after he had made a lot of others beheaded. And after he was beheaded, the Jacobin was beheaded because he was the head of Jacobin. And the second congratulation is for Sigmund Freud, who was born in 1856, and he was an Austrian neurologist, and he was the founder of psychoanalysis. Everyone knows that. And we have two events. In 1997, Michael Jackson, MJ, was inducted into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yes. And the last one for today, in 2001, His Holiness Pope John Paul II became the first pope who went into a mosque. I think that should be the best news for all of us today. Okay, that's it for Today in History. Now back to the anchors. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. In pro sports.
Last night, the Toronto Raptors beat the Miami Heat 99-92 in overtime to tie the series at 1 game apiece.
And the New York Islanders play the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight at 7 o'clock in Brooklyn in a must-win situation, at least according to our sports writer, Thomas Abruzzese. They are down 2-1 in the series.
Well, I'm Sydney Grosskopf.
And I'm Max Charco.
And this has been Kennedy Live.
Have a great day.